Okay, this is Autumn and Jessica again, and if you have finished watching our first video on how to do some foundation core exercises, meaning the leg lifts and the leg straighteners, this is part 2 of those exercises. This is a progression from there, and what it involves is doing some pushing and pulling with your legs while maintaining all of those same good foundation core concepts. And we like this set of exercises because it simulates what your body needs to do when you're doing things like getting up from a chair, or squatting, or really any functional activity where you're needing to get down into your hips. And so Jessica here is set up with some support. She's got that towel underneath her lumbar spine here to help her feel if she's tilting too far forward in her pelvis and too far back. And she also has that blanket support that's an optional support if you find that you tend to feel like you're being pulled up by your ribs when you lay on your back. She's resting her feet on the ball, knees are hips width apart, and she's gauging with her hands how she's doing in terms of her relationship from her hip points, the anterior superior iliac spine, that pointiest part in the front of your pelvis, as well as the lower part of her rib cage. So she's got her thumbs on her low ribs. And as Jessica takes an inhale and an exhale, she will feel some expansion underneath her fingertips, but she won't necessarily feel her pelvis tilting away from her or her ribs lifting too far up such that she finds herself bending her spine out of alignment. So everything is staying like a nice cylinder, even as she breathes. And this is important then for coordinating with this exercise, because now as Jessica inhales, she's going to feel some space in her ribs and her pelvis. And as she exhales, she's going to feel some strength down between her hip crests. And she's going to push the ball out, making sure that everything here is staying in alignment. And she's going to inhale that ball back up and in. And she can keep doing that on her own rhythm. And these exercises, a lot of ab exercises, what can happen is we tend to bear down when we're over-efforting. So you can hear Jessica working with her breath, keeping a soft, smooth, and even audible exhale. That's really important for making sure that the muscles are helping to keep your abdominal pressure in and up, not downward. So another progression of this exercise is changing from your feet resting on the ball to your feet hovering on the ball, almost like the ball is a bubble and you don't want to pop the bubble. So now she's just going to very lightly rest her heels on the ball and try to maintain all of these concepts.
It's harder.
It is harder. So again, this is the progression from our first video showing the foundation core control exercises. Give these a try as well and let us know what you think. Thanks.